With a dignified veteran body and a long white beard, Summoner Maid's Dumdolf was one of the strongest player characters in the virtual reality online multiplayer role-playing game Ark Earth Online. Even heralded as a one-man army, together with the 9 wise mages and King Solomon, they formed the mage player kingdom of Alkar. But one day, Dumdolf and the other 9 mages suddenly go missing, leaving no trace behind. In an effort to spending his expired credit, Dumdolf began to purchase a cosmetic kit and tinkered with his character. However, he accidentally falls asleep during the customization process. Upon waking up, Dumdolf not only notices that the world of Ark Online has become more realistic, but he also has turned into a cute little girl. After reaching Alucard, he's learned it has been 30 years since his supposedly disappearance. Now tasked with fighting the other mages by King Solomon, the avid role player proclaims his new identity as Mira, the pupil of the wise man Dumdolf, and ventures out to prove his legacy. This anime has about 12 episodes. It premiered January 12, 2020 to March 30th, 2020. This anime is based off a light novel. It is adventure, fantasy. Each episode is 20 minutes per episode. It is rated PG-13. Now let's get started into the review. What I really like about this anime, it does take the whole term of isekai, but instead of the user getting trapped into the world, he just literally just falls asleep at his keyboard and he wakes up and his character is completely different. He goes from this all OP powerful sage in the world, and then, as game logic happens, he's been gone for 30 years. And next thing you know, he's an entirely different body. But still keep his same powerful, same sage powers intact, without losing any of his abilities or strength, which is a good thing, because how are you going to be the all-powerful one-man mage and you get transformed into a child, a girl, and still get the same premise? But the interesting about this whole anime is that it's basically like a twisted gender bent theme, and it really works well because you have this all-powerful sage who is gone by game like this many times, and then in its place is this profound pupil as her new cover is, while still being the same person, just in a different body. So that's one way to look at it. And then overall, besides the whole fantasy aspect, the NPC, you get more of the NPC in any virtual reality game, more feelings, more depth, give them more characters. And overall, I feel like with this anime, in itself, it's just a basic adventure of isekai, but the plot isn't super complicated, so the game function the real world to the virtual world. And I think overall the game aspect is still there because people still pop up the menu screen or the user screen of their characters, and transported food, items, materials, whatever the case may be, and look at their spell function, kind of like any type of online game we've played before. But I think what's really interesting besides the art style and the characters are very vivid and colorful, and when you're watching this anime for the first time, it's very potent, very bright, abundant, and you have different things to look at on the screen visually. And overall, the premise is fine. The characters themselves, I wish they would flesh out them just a little bit more, because we touch bases with a few of the characters of the 9 characters that were introduced to, and then were condensed to the focusing on particular parts of the party members, and we're focusing on basically the main character herself. And we end up getting introduced to the other characters as a unit. But I think overall, I wish they were just kind of given more of a personality turn for the other characters, at least so they know their goal and motivation, why they joined the Power 9 to begin with. So the plot, the pacing is totally fine. I think overall, if they could have just done a little bit better with figuring out why that the main character got transformed to a girl, and also why did the other characters disappear as well. I think overall, if we just the world building is fine, the plot's not bad. I think for this to be a very calming isekai, I think they just need to flesh out the characters to begin with to get that more feeling of relatability. And overall, just this whole ruse of having this powerful sage be gone for 30 years, and then he just had this maze that just popped out of nowhere. His pupil to take his place while he's on this quote-unquote journey is the gimmick that they come up with to buy them time until they can truly reveal who Mira actually is. But I think overall, without getting too much away, and I think the standpoint that she presents herself as a mage of the wise man is a really interesting isekai to get into without it being overly fan service, and has really good pacing, role playing to it. But definitely check out for yourself if you haven't seen it already. But until then, thank you for checking out this review, and I'll see you real soon. Until then, bye.